Okay, you're planning a trip to Korea or you're gonna move here. Either way, you need to be prepped, right? And I'm not talking about outfits and skincare, which if y'all want to talk outfits, I know exactly where to shop. Y'all want to talk skincare, I know exactly where to shop and where to get your facials. Y'all already know. We can go on a whole video about that. But today we're talking about apps. So when I moved here, I didn't have any of these apps and it made my life so much more difficult than it needed to be. But today, you already know, I'm your big sister in Korea. So I'm here to guide you and let you know, and so that you can have the easiest, most convenient, most K-poppy, most beautiful trip that you can imagine when you're here in Korea. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Also, y'all, let me know if you like this setup. So we actually changed the setup of our space, like the apartment. So I used to have my desk in the bedroom, but now we have it here, and then we have like our little couple desk setup, which just eats, honestly. So let me know if you like this kind of setup or the one like on my couch, or like what kind of vibes do y'all like, okay? So we can be on the same page, right? But otherwise, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jan, and I share information about moving to Korea, life when you move here, Korean language, and even lifestyle stuff in my vlogs and things like that. And yeah, basically I am your go-to guide to everything that has to do with living in Korea as a foreigner. And yeah, I'm super excited for you guys to watch this video, and let me know if there's any other questions that you guys have about moving to Korea, traveling to Korea, anything. Just drop down in the comments below. I'm always listening. I'm always paying attention. Y'all ask and I deliver. So thanks for watching this video, and let's get into it. Guys, I forgot about our drinky poos. That's my bad. So I'm literally already done because I've recorded, this is my third video that I'm recording. So already done with this, but I have my little mul over here. So these are the drinky poos. What y'all drinking or snacking on? I'm not really a snacker. I'm not really a snacker girly, although we do have like a ton of ramen and stuff as a snack, even though that's a meal. But that's what happens when you live with a man. Anyway, now let's actually get into the video. Okay, so my first app is Klook. All right. Klook is the app that I wish I downloaded before moving to Korea, because I didn't do anything when I was here for like 2.5 months, given I was depressed because of culture shock. But at the same time, like if I had planned stuff to make myself feel more busy and like actually enjoy the country, I would have acclimated so much quicker than I did. So Klook I absolutely recommend for literally all activities that you want to do. I'm talking even train passes, one day, like, you know, like those day trips that where people will plan like it's like a bus will pick you up and then they'll take you to a city and then you'll do all these things and then they pick you up and then you take you back to the hotel. You can book that with Klook. You can book theme park passes. You can book aquarium passes. Once I booked, when I went to Busan last year, I booked a cruise, like a dinner cruise, and then they give you like champagne and like they go through the beach at like 7 p.m. like sunset cruise basically. And then I also booked a ferry from Busan to Japan. So like I'm telling y'all, Klook is the one. If you're traveling here, even if you're moving here, like Klook is definitely the thing to do for activities. Plus it's all in English, and most of the time if you find stuff on Klook, it's cheaper than if you get it on Naver or like just through Google. So absolutely go through Klook. I promise y'all, I would never steer you wrong. So definitely that's the first one. Naver Maps. Google Map does not work here because of like Google Map doesn't have the same restrictions as like Naver Map does, and obviously there's a lot of tension with our neighbors in the north. So Google Map doesn't work here, and Naver Map is what you need to use. However, I actually love Naver Map. So this is definitely, okay, I don't know if y'all are like this, but I'm type A when I have my trips. So I'm like really flexible, but I need to have an itinerary. I need to literally plan and like pinpoint everything like that I'm going to do. I make a list of everything that I want to do, and then I pinpoint it on the map, and then I figure out, okay, on day 1 we're going to do this because everything is on this side of the city. On day 2 we're going to do this because everything is on that side of the city, whatever. That's how I personally like to travel. I know it's super type A, super Virgo of me. But using Naver Map is super convenient because you can save all of those spots. And when my friend came here last year over the summer, She literally just sent me everything that she wanted to do, and then I saved it, and then like it'll show you even from if I'm leaving my apartment now, it'll show me exactly how to get to the space, whether it's by car, by bike, by train, by bus. Literally it shows me the fastest way to get there, and it shows me the times that the buses are coming. And it's usually like 2 or 3 buses, so it'll show you like one bus is coming in 10 minutes and another bus is coming in 20 minutes, and it shows you like where the buses are, where the stops are. It shows you exactly which stops you need to take, and it's also in English, so it's like really, really convenient. I love Neighbor Map. I really think that you guys should get it, even if you're not going to pinpoint and save stuff, like just so you can get around, because it's so much easier. Like, and public transportation is so cheap here that why wouldn't you use it? You know what I mean? So using Neighbor Map, it's definitely a game changer, and it literally shows you every single step, so it's like virtually impossible to get lost unless you're directionally challenged. That's okay, girl. I have a few friends like that, but you know what I mean? It's virtually impossible to get lost with Neighbor Map, so I absolutely recommend. Okay, let's talk about something else. So if you're not a public transportation girly, which you should be because it's super cheap and you should, but like if you're just like a taxi girly, that's okay, because for the most part, depending on where you're going, taxis aren't super expensive. They're not going to break the bank, but I mean, obviously if you're taking a taxi every single day for a 2-week trip, that's kind of crazy, girl. Like, let's be real here. Let's save some money somewhere, you know? But for a taxi, sometimes, let's say you are leaving for your dinner cruise that you booked with Klook, and then you're checking your Neighbor Map, but you see, oh my god, my reservation time is for 7, but it's 6:40 and it's gonna take 20 minutes for the bus to get here. Boom, in comes Kakao Taxi. Kakao Taxi is super convenient because you can literally just book the taxi. So I have lived here for 3 years, and I personally have not registered my card yet. You totally can, but I haven't because I'm just lazy. Sorry, y'all. Type A about some things, but not this. So I'm super lazy, but that's why it's super convenient, because I can just order my taxi and then pay to the driver. And obviously, like, you literally just put the location where you want to be picked up, the location where you're going, and then it'll show you how much it's going to be. And this is super important because a lot of the time people just rip you off, you know what I mean? Like, they won't tell you. If you just pick up a random taxi, they won't tell you how much it is, and then, you know, they can just rip you off. They can make circles and whatever, so you can pay them more money. But with Kakao Taxi, it'll show you a general request of Kakao Taxi Blue, like all of that stuff, and it shows you exactly how much, or like around that kind of price range that you're going to be paying for that taxi. So your money is safe, you are safe, because there's a map that's showing exactly where you need to be going, and it's just convenient. So Kakao Taxi, I absolutely recommend. Yeah, and also the the taxi, they rarely speak to me, so you don't need to worry about speaking Korean or anything. You can just boop, 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 and then go. You know what I mean? So love that. We love a convenient ride, right? On the off chance that you do need to speak Korean, I actually have an app for that too. It's called Papago. So I use like Google Translate when I first got here, but Papago is just super convenient. You can literally take a picture of the text that you need to read, and it'll like scan and then show it to you in English, or you can just like speak into the mic, or you can type something and it'll read it out to the person that you need to speak to. I mean, I do have a few videos about speaking Korean and like phrases that you're going to learn, but sometimes like you literally just don't understand what the person is saying. So I totally recommend Papago. It's definitely the best translation app out there, and it will help you. Like, even if you feel confident in your Korean, just in case, maybe you should download Papago. I believe in you though. I think you can do it, but I don't want you to be stressed at all. So yeah, Papago is the one. Before I go into the last one, I want to remind you guys, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you guys like this new setup. Any questions that you have about moving to Korea or living in Korea or even just visiting Korea, let me know. And tell me something good about your week or something that you're excited about. I know a few of you are coming to Korea in the summer, so I actually also have a video coming out about that. My entire summer guide coming out very, very soon for visiting Korea. So yeah, I'm really, really excited. We have a lot of good stuff coming up soon. So let's get into the last one. my last one is Baemin. So Baemin is a food delivery app, and a lot of locals actually use Coupang Eats, but obviously if you don't have a Korean number, then you can't use Coupang Eats. So that's why I'm recommending Baemin, because you can use it whether you have a Korean number or not. And it's open late. It's super convenient for late night tteokbokki, any coffee dates, like just anything in general. And what I do want to mention is that it is in Korean, but you can translate it using Papago and honestly just basic app memorization. Most of the places have, like, even when you open the app, it shows like icons of like different kinds of foods that you can order from, but most of the time they also have photos of the food for you from the restaurants. So it's pretty easy to like work through, even though like obviously when you're staring at Korean it's a little bit overwhelming, but for the most part it is easy to work with, and the food is good, trustworthy, and the delivery, it usually takes like 15, 20, maybe 30 minutes if it's like super far, but highly unlikely, especially in Seoul. There's so many delivery drivers and everything is super convenient and quick paced, so it's totally trustworthy. And this is honestly just like if you're a foodie girly that doesn't want to like go outside of the hotel or whatever for one day, you can absolutely just order from Baemin, and it is like super easy for you. And yeah, honestly, love that. These are my top 5 apps that you should be downloading before you come to Korea. It's honestly going to make your life so much easier. It's going to make it so much easier for you to explore and feel more confident in yourself while you're like roaming through the country. You are absolutely going to have a great time, whether you're here for a week or a year. These apps will definitely make your life easier. Let me know in the comments below which one surprised you the most, which one you're going to download first, or if you lived here in Korea, which one do you use the most if you live here? So I'm really interested to see what you guys have to say. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm super grateful for you guys to be here, and I love you so much. And have a great day. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you next time. Okay, 안녕.